We'll start with the role of UN.
How does the UN function? What is the mandate of the UN for maintenance of peace and security?
Right.
And then we move on how invasion is not invasion cannot fit into that role, and UN should never have
objectives.
But whatever points we're taking into consideration, three countries have to be kept in mind because these are three countries that are being given to the class, that is India, USA and France. So whatever points come up have to come up in context of these three countries.
So for US,
theories about invasion of the United Nations.
Yeah.
Because both are two superpowers. Two are like vetoes. France and
France.
So US, we take the example of 2003 Iraq invasion. US invaded Iraq. France was one of the only true ally of US who said no, who opposed the invasion. Because France has a foreign policy which says that interventions are not that important.
And we can also say that, like, for example, as Mahatma Gandhi quoted that an eye for an eye can make the whole world blind. So if we are invading, we are doing a wrong thing, and two wrongs can never make a right. So we need to realize this, that USA cannot always be dominant and invade any country. For example, they were saying that there were mass weapons of destruction. So we can't. So they can't do that.
So we'll put it like UN has this rule of limiting how invasions can happen, because it could happen. Invasions can't happen, and
they need to be an Indian perspective also. Because what encroaching of sovereignty of India. So they need to be how Pakistan is doing, how different countries are doing.
India has
Like, the UN's ideology does not fit in the invasion part that was done by the United States of America, but India's surgical strike does fit with the UN's ideology of maintaining peace and harmony among the neighboring countries.
so even
Yeah, and can we go beyond invasion? Can we think something other than
Solution.
So it was for peacekeeping
Because
forces
UN is all about
and
solutions.
Yes,
soldiers of peacekeeping forces that come from countries all over the globe, and they fight together irrespective of whichever, if that country is their ally or their enemy.
it can be even setting up of different institutions
Yeah.
for promoting world peace and harmony.
And ma'am, even the role of USA in promoting international peace.
Even
Yes,
even
and
UN is all about
people
economic.
capable enough to take their own decisions and
creating capabilities within countries
Economic capability.
to promote peace amongst themselves.
Peacekeeping forces are for the United Nations. That's
see, they don't threaten nation, but only when in case there is aggression or when there is violence, when there is invasion, illegal invasions, etc., then the peacekeeping force comes into the scene. And they
the peacekeeping forces are not always against countries, they are also against fundamentalists. Like, all the terrorist group, they also help in that such cases like that.
Like the 1971 Bangladesh war, for example, the internal disturbance that Pakistan was going through, and in that period, India's peacekeeping force, it came there and it helped the Bangladeshi people to actually, gain freedom from Pakistan.
So we can say invasion is important when there is complete failure of the state government to protect the citizens, be it lives or be it human rights.
exactly. God forbid, suppose if a member of the UN has been attacked by another country and this member of the UN cannot protect itself, so definitely it will ask for help, and the UN peacekeeping forces would be doing a good job there.
Yes, ma'am.
And
Ma'am,
peacekeeping forces also provide a mandate in it.
Ma'am,
Other than just
Like
Security is
the
not
example
the
of
problem.
earthquake in Nepal, where India's
Yeah.
force.
Yeah,
Or the
exactly.
national
What he
they
says
also
is right.
highlight
Security is
It's
not the
not the
only
economic
problem.
stability is the most
Safety
important
is
issue,
the-
because right now economic stability is the most important issue. Like for example, India got assistance from IMF 1991.
1991
There need to be
economic
different
crisis.
aspects like social equality, economic equality.
So we go from
when countries they justify invasion, they say that the country was not able, the people were not able to fight against the government. So we need to put these points into consideration. How the people can be capable enough to take their own decisions, and how can
countries be capable?
how can the people get what they want to be done by the country, by the government? So this is how invasion can be solved, because that is how countries justify invasion.
So the conclusion here is that UN has a role in maintenance of international peace and security, and invasions do not fit into that ideology of maintaining international peace and security through aggression. But invasion,
Coercion rather than aggression.
coercion, yeah.
Coercion.
But invasions are important in certain cases, and here the role of the UN is paramount in seeing that invasions happen for the right reason. And
And just
And
one
the
more
positive
thing.
invasion rather than negative invasion.
Yeah, just one more thing, that if invasion is happening, it should be happen keeping in mind the UN security charter which we have, of the Security Council.
So the right
norms,
Yes.
conditions,
So
how
we
they
need to
operate.
say